Now, around 1,000 jobs are created or available. No, not 1,000, 100,000 jobs. That looks a lot better. 100,000 jobs are available yearly in the recycling industry. The Paper Recycling Association of South Africa says this sector has become a significant employer. To discuss this further, we are now joined in studio by John Hunt, the Managing Director of Mpact Recycling, which is the largest paper recycler. Good to have you. Welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning, guys.
Yeah, I was about to say 1,000 jobs. That sounds okay, but 100,000, you can do a lot better than that. So we talk about 100,000 jobs. What is, where, how is this employment created?
Well, the recycling industry is quite interesting. If you consider a retail industry, manufacturers produce goods, they sell them to wholesalers, sell them to retailers, and those goods end up in people's homes. The recycling industry is the exact opposite of that. The products you buy, say your cool drink, the bottle that's finished, once you've drunk your cool drink, the bottle is in your home. Yeah. The recycling industry then returns that material back to the factory where it can be reprocessed and recycled. Same with your newspaper. It goes from the printing press to the distributors, to the cafe, and you buy it, take it home, and then the recycling industry brings it back. So at the end where those pieces of paper are, there are hundreds of, they're scattered throughout the country. You need many, many people to actually bring them back, and you need to have recycling at each location where people are using and consuming packaging to be able to return it in the system. Okay,
so we talk about this buyback, these buyback centres where traders deliver the waste products, which you've told us about. How much of an impact do these centres have on the lives of traders, though? How much do they actually earn doing something like this?
Well, they earn a living. I mean, if we look at one of our centres, we published an article recently about it, Queen Pashe Boitong. She's put 4 kids through school. She's put her 2 oldest kids through university, and she's been operating for 12 years. So she's well established and well practiced in the industry. But there are many others. We have something like 42 of them that our company alone have created. Or helped set up, and there are many others around the country as well. So it's a real sustainable living. Yeah. But the amazing thing about it is not just her. She employs 5 people herself. Yeah. They have a whole network of collectors who are collecting from shops, from cafes, from homes, who are selling to her. So the network of jobs actually goes further than just her buyback centre.
Yeah. So I mean, this is they have sustainable lives through doing this. They get a good livelihood.
Yeah, that's exactly the point, and that's really what part of our mission is to create to enable recycling through creating sustainable livelihoods for other people, because it's too big. It's from my office in Johannesburg. I can't decide how we're going to recycle and profit. You need someone there who understands the people, understands what's being consumed, who understands where the material is, and that's what we do. Is we go out and try and create entrepreneurs and enterprises all over the place.
Now, there has to be a lot of challenges, however, that this industry faces. It sounds a little bit too easy that there's all this job creation, you can create sustainable wealth, but it does come with challenges. What would you say some of the biggest are?
Look, the industry has to be driven by the economics. So a paper mill will buy paper in to recycle it. If that paper's too expensive and they can't make a competitive product, they will go out of business. Yeah. So that puts a limit on what you can afford to pay. So the whole issue is to get the logistics and the costs to work well. There's an example we have in Zululand where we're running a project through about 29 municipalities. People all through that area have been collecting for years, but the buying from them has been very sporadic. So people will collect, they have a whole pile of paper available, but no one's going to collect it because the cost of driving a truck all that distance and then back again has been uneconomical. So we've had a project for 2 years to try and make that economical and provide them with a sustainable market so that they know if they collect this week, end of the week someone will come with a truck, collect the paper, and they'll get paid. Yeah. And that's the challenge of the industry, to make it sustainable so that people know if I work today, I get payment tomorrow. And you then make the whole lot sustainable. People start to build wealth and start to change their lives sustainably.
What about the general public of South Africa? Have they warmed to the idea of recycling?
I think there's a growing enthusiasm for recycling. There's a lot of people getting into the habit of recycling, and we've seen it in instances where we run projects and for whatever reason they've failed or we've pulled back. There's been a real outcry from the people who are being served by those projects. The housewives have been diligently separating their paper out in it, and they've had the opportunity to recycle. When that opportunity is denied them, they're really, really unhappy about it. Yeah. And I think that's a great thing, because that's what drives the process forward. I think the legislation is in place, and we have really strong legislation to drive recycling in South Africa. But what's really going to make it happen is when every individual says, well, I bought this newspaper, or I bought this book or whatever, or magazine, I want to recycle it, and I demand the
Absolutely.
opportunity to do that. And that's what's going to drive
And
it
also
and make
making
it
it compulsory, because I think that's
Yeah.
possibly the only way you're going to get South Africans to do it. Is the legislation in place? Is it strong enough to make it compulsory? And when can we see that happening in South Africa?
I think the legislation is there, but the challenge is to find the right model in which to make it happen and to make it economically sustainable. I mean, every municipality we're dealing with is grappling with this issue. So I think we will see dramatic changes in the next few years.
Okay.
And along with that, many, many jobs created. It's a very, very exciting time.
Good. Well, thank you for talking to us, John Hunt,
My pleasure.
who is the Managing Director of Mpact Recycling, talking to us about the benefits of recycling. And Mpact Recycling is, of course, the largest paper recycler in the country. Let's take a break.